I got to the point where she said the Fed. And I click on the way out. I click and she said Fed. Very critical to this being so hot right off the hop.
You believe multiples are going to get compressed across broader equity markets
I went
over the
immediately
next
to this.
6 to 12 months?
I saw this and said undervalued this, and immediately the first thought to the hand is definition of Uber.
Camp as opposed to the expansion camps. Now
Energy
20 times as
going to
opposed
take
to
some
21.
wild turns, and you're going to say something like, well, what I mean by that rule is sector, and I'm going to look at you and go, well, then that's about your pay and how long you get it.
So today's pricing based on next year's
Now,
earnings.
you hit me with statistics on things because there are evaluation against a different number value inside of there that crushes
you tend to
it.
see some flattening out. Now the question is, what's been going on in the markets recently? We've been seeing a lot of churn. We've seen big reactions to that Fed meeting, and we think investors are starting to think about how to bake in the effects of Fed hikes and tapering and just tightening in general into markets ahead of time. So, we think that historical playbook could end up getting pulled forward. But bottom line, we just don't feel comfortable saying you're going to get any expansion in the multiple this year.
So is that a reason to buy energy then? Is that one of the factors? Because relatively speaking, they're on a lower multiple than the rest of the market?
I think it's a separate issue, but I do think that investors are very valuation sensitive today, and energy, despite the fact that it's had a fantastic run this year, still looks like one of the most undervalued sectors in the market when you look at it relative to the broader S&P 500. We see the same thing if we look at it in the small cap Russell 2000 space as well.
When your people can't fail the test of what it is we do on gravity when you first walk in here and start to crank my numbers, you're either masked out, don't have the team, or you don't know what the fuck it is you're doing.
It's really just a recipe for continued success, at least
why do you
sort
do
of the
it
near
over there
term.
at the S&P about that the whole
seeing
market being a 45 over here?
Versus large caps
what would
your,
it do?
How do you
keep
some of the
that?
portfolios you analyze, and what's the takeaway for investors?
So I'll say generally, kind of, if I think back over the last couple months, I've actually been surprised that in some of my meetings, I'll be talking to a large cap growth PM, for example, and they'll ask me about small caps, and there are people who have never asked me about small caps, in the history of me knowing that.
Shepard Smith here.
So something to the effect of, well, the meth addict on the street don't necessarily want you to talk to him, and you don't want the meth addict to talk to you, but nevertheless, the Fed's always with you.